See how it goes. I need to. I always hit this thing to flip it, and then I'll close in on me the first time. I always have to hit it twice. Pain in the ass. Annoying pain in the ass. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just annoying.
Yeah.
And that's like when you start it, you tell it go public,
Yep.
but after it does it, it automatically snaps to private. You have to go back in and change it to public. It automatically snaps to private. You have to go back in and change it to public. It automatically snaps to private. You have to go back in.
Infinite loop. All right.
Loop-de-loo.
You know what? Let's see if I can.
Now, if we can get him a little closer, I can at least keep both of you on the camera. What I don't like is I can't flip it.
Hold on a second. There we go.
Yeah, put yours all the way down to silence and just let it run. And you should show up as one, and then you just put a little wavy hand there.
Yeah.
Wavy, wavy. No, I'm talking about on the talking, where you can, and the chat part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, can you manipulate that table just a little bit and see if we can move his over a little bit? I'm just trying to get it to where I can get. I'm just asking.
Table?
No, your little table.
My little table.
Yeah, if you can't, don't. I don't want you to drop shit. I just want to see if I can get both of the tonight's players on the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, now just move that chair a little bit closer because I think it's pretty close. Because I can see your cup nice, so.
Okay.
See if you can move that a little bit closer. See if we can get him to sit right around there.
Sit right around. Yeah. Any further back?
No,
he's gonna run into the post of the table.
Yeah, no, it's just hard because I mean, at least this way I only have to move it a little bit here. So right here is that chair, and then right here is you. But at least it's not so bad. What I hate is I tried putting it sideways.
For a wider.
It won't do it. Shuts off the videoing. For whatever reason, it will not accept it going wide. Just won't.
That's weird.
I can zoom in close. Yeah, I can zoom in close, but I can't widen it. It's as far out as it'll go. But I've been dealing with it ever since. Even with the other phone, it didn't make a difference. So that's fine.
Alrighty.
So until he gets here, because I don't need, i.e. everybody here, all two of you,
Yeah.
to decide what to do once you get there. So
I got my aviator glasses, sunglasses on, or they're not aviator, they're Mechwarrior sunglasses, but it's the aviator.
now, just so you know, I've made notes. You have 3 more travel days left to get to the site.
Yep.
All
right, I thought you said we got there.
This is where I'm starting you. Is there? There's nothing to. There's no runs for the last 3 days.
Okay.
So I don't eat them all up, which means I probably will never eat them all up, but it's fine. So you finish your 3 days. It's the 15th of February, and that's when you get to this area. So you travel for the last 3 days, and you look at the map you stole or one she has, and like anything, there's really nothing to go by.
Right.
There's no X marks the spot.
No.
It just
I have my prospector's handbook.
right, but again, it's a military map, so you know where you are by virtue of the steepness of this mountain, and it's like anything. You're looking at it and you're corresponding it with the
What little terrain there
with
is.
the in the mountains is actually easier than in the flats. In the flats, you ever You ever see a desert terrain map,
Mhm.
military map? You might have one line
Mhm.
because it goes up a little bit, and then you won't see another one for another 300 clicks, or it might go down a little. That's what the flats are like. It's flat.
Yep.
Whereas once you get into the mountains, it's this mountain peak. Yeah, it's not that one because this one is like this versus like this.
Right.
Military map. Us sergeants used to have to read those all the time.
Yeah, because they didn't trust the LTs.
Hell, freaking no.
So I got my prospector's handbook out here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting here. And it's like, all right, I'm looking to compare this and that and the other thing.
That's what got you to this starting point. That was a freebie.
Right.
She gets you to the location. You have your prospector map. That was your freebie to get you to the. I've got this 100 click whatever zone. I've got this grid
Right.
that it's in somewhere in this grid versus those around it.
Right.
She got you to any of those around there and say, okay, I need to go directly here, and then
And she got me to this 10 by 10 click grid.
right.
All right. And now my trusty prospector's handbook.
Written by a prospector with a fifth grade education.
Just about.
Probably.
So, in this case, I'm like, all right, it's a -4 because it's unskilled, but it's +1 because of my.
Yeah, well, let me go here. Once you get there, now what? Said there was no solid X to mark any spot other than the spot Bill Montananta. Manatana. That's his Manatana.
Manatana.
Yeah, it's actually the name in the book. It's Manatana. I keep thinking Montana, because it's Manatana. Anyway, other than the area he marked, but it's this. He just says it's somewhere here from his contacts. You get to this spot, be annoying to read a contour military map. You've been dicking around and looking around. Okay, this is the area. Like I said, the way these hills go and the ranges, how steep they are, all the normal military map.
Does career soldier help with reading the military map?
You already know how to read a military map. That's what gets you here. I know every Mechwarrior is a military man, so they should have the ability to read military maps, even though like today everything is GPS and all that. Yeah, GPS is in. If your battery dies, you still got to know where the hell you are. You got your freaking compass. Where the hell are you going?
Yep.
Just so you know, compasses here don't work.
Yeah.
That's why she uses a sextant. The compasses they actually go.
Fun.
There's a lot of crappy metals.
Yep.
Now that spot, the actual spot that you're kind of looking around, where is the actual spot? And this again gets you is just a hole. It's just like this little cave. Okay. That's a start point. That is where whoever was before set up camp. That's why he knows this and that they look somewhere around it. That's why he doesn't have the exact location. He knows where they were and they found, and then it went from there. So it's basically a place where you can set up against a constant stun. This is actually a built cave, 3 rooms, all empty. Remember, he told you he found this stuff. He knows there's more out there. This is where he and his friends were. Says this is where you start. So you have this little place, and each cave is only as big as this. It's just shored up. They're just these little holes.
Yep.
So whatever was in there, he's long since taken it all out. There's not even so much as a glove. There's nothing has been stripped clean. And this is where he said, here's where you start. This is where I was. So from here,
We're looking.
I know there's more because, and he doesn't tell you what the indications were that he knows there's more, which means whatever paperwork and stuff he found pretty much told him
There's more.
there's more out here, and it was set in different places or maybe in just one different place. So, yeah.
All right. So,
That your first day is setting up camp, dude.
right.
I know you're ready to roll, but there's nothing.
I am ready to roll dice. So, after we get the basic set up, I know it's been 3 days. How are the wounded progressing?
Because I didn't have it set up, they healed 1 point per day, so they're up 3 points from that combat. I don't know how many points they actually took.
And they're under constant medical care.
Right. For this, till we do the battle troops, I just say they're healed but stiff, and you have them on light duty,
Yep.
so they can do the guard duty and everything like that. But they're kind of stiff, and so they're not going to start humping the hills or anything. They're not ready for it.
Fair enough. I want to do a. I know it's a fairly given thing, but I want to do a sensor sweep with the mech. Just, I want to roll dice, so I want to do a sensor operations roll.
Okay.
$22,
Static.
as in jammed.
No. As in. It messes up all sensors. Static.
Interesting.
They know the metals are out there and they know they're all over, but they're metals that are copper to make nails and maybe some wiring with. It's not your gold or silver or even iron. Butehold has plenty of metals, but they're not construction metals.
Well, if that's the case, scientifically, it has to be iron to mess up the compass.
I just go by some of the books. Metals, forget up.
Okay.
Well, this don't forget, Butehold doesn't have an iron to give you direct north. That's why I just spin it. There's nothing. No matter where you turn it, there's nothing. It has nothing to connect to.
So it has no magnetic field.
Has no magnetic
In
field.
that case, a compass wouldn't even spin; it would just sit there.
Yeah, whatever it does, it just kind of goes. Nyeh. That's why they use a sextant. They have to do it the old-fashioned way. Sit up there and do it by the stars and the sun.
Fair enough. All right, so
There are a lot of prospectors that get out there and they find these thick hordes of the metal, and they do go ahead and mine them out because they can make money off of them. They're just not going to get super rich. About the biggest thing that they are used for is bullets. A lesser, like a copper jacketed, not lead, but the softer rounds. They still work in game terms, but they're
okay.
a lot of their the vehicles you see them made. You can tell that it's a cheaper metal. They still have an armor rating, but it's not very high. even though it's like this thick, but it's not high.
Alright.
You remember the book where they got lost and gold was just
Everywhere.
everywhere? The same thing. What are you keeping with the gold? You know, we need something else. We're using rocks. Gold is. And you keep wanting this, crying out loud. We're making our vehicles out of gold. It's a useless material for most of the stuff we use it for. So that's what they have. But it's what they can produce here. That's why Muthold is about 90% import. Just everything.
Well,
And that's directly out of the book.
and
Oh, I'm
that's,
sorry, the
and that's,
packet.
Yeah, and that's why I'm when I have a fair amount of money to buy to purchase a warehouse and a compound. That's yo
Yeah.
pops.
Yeah, when the time comes, absolutely.
All right. So
But that is where you are for the first day. You set up your camp, you set up your watches, and you prepare. Now, I was kind of hoping he would be here already, but
he's probably getting food.
probably. Just so that night, the temperatures do like deserts do. They drop below freezing. It's freaking cold. And as you're sitting there, a massive storm shoots across your lower.
Sandstorm.
Oh no, this is rain.
Right.
They get these massive rainstorms that come going through, but it's a lot of wind, lots of wind. But you have these flash floods and everything. Butte Hold is all desert, but they still get these massive, massive storms that come raging in. And what it does is in the coast, it pushes all that thick algae up, and that's when they go out there and they harvest it as quick as they can.
Just to let you know, Ron. High winds. As soon as it starts picking up, okay. I'm sure that Liv is gonna let us know what we're in for. Pretty yes, no.
She doesn't say anything. Don't forget, she has her vehicles, everything, locked down with heavy cords like a tent.
Yeah.
But you see, as she's looking, the wind starts picking up. You see her start looking around. See her take out these big, basically steel containers, and sets them on her roof
Anchors.
and ties them down.
Okay.
No, they're big giant bowls. They're containers.
Oh.
Water. She's like, she's like, okay, it's coming.
All right. In that case, see if I can jury rig something for.
If you have something.
I know we have advanced field kit. Does that have? It's got to have a tarp in there. I know we've got a couple of them, several.
Some things are generic. You got a tent, it's a tarp tent.
Yeah.
You've got your water cans to the side. But it's how to get it. Do you have a funnel to put it there? Common items. I'm not, you just go in the toolbox. Oh, quickly, let's clean out that oil thing there. Wipe it out real quick and put it there so it hits and goes in. Things like that.
Yeah. So collecting some.
Right.
Collect some rainwater.
And
but I'm also gonna sit the mech down.
yeah, it'll go like this.
I might want to lay it down.
Yeah, it's you see it these are massive storms.
Yeah.
When they hit hard, they hit heavy, and that's why it's all flats and just like these flatlands, it scours everything.
Yeah. That much I knew, so with it being that, I'm going to order the other mech laid down as well.
So basically, and you've got these flash floods. Water just starts pouring from all over the place. It comes screaming through that night, and you kind of watch it, and And it's like some of the thunderstorms we had. They just come boom and then they're gone.
Yep.
Same thing, boom and then it's gone. Lasts about an hour or so, and then just it's gone. Um, but even as you're watching, you can see all the water just soak into the ground. It's by morning everything is dry and hot as if there was never any rain.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. And she, those are Liz, and you see her. She starts putting these things through a filtration.
Okay.
Because there's no way to stop all the sand and grit, so she has this filtration thing that the water she collected drifts out, and then she just has this muck and mud that she dumps out and cleans.
Ask her if she's willing to filter ours.
No, she's filtering hers.
Or after hers is done. Would she be willing to?
Yeah, she'll think about it because of the expense of it. These are things, these take hours to do. There's something that it's not like 5 minutes later it's done. They do a slow drip. Hours of drip, 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 drip.
Is that pizza from Crowley's?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a couple of slices. They got sausage on it.
So,
But just so you know, and you can remind me as the player also,
yep.
these storms, this is when I preset, but these storms, every day, roll 2d6. Only on Snake Eyes does a storm come through.
Okay. Only on Snake Eyes.
Yeah, they're rare. They happen, but when they do, they are vicious.
Okay.
If prepared, can there be hope of collecting any rainwater? And yeah, Liv is. She always is. After that, each day is 2 in 12 chance. Basically, snake eyes. The stores are brutal. If out and about, bye-bye, you will get swept away. So usually when people see these, and there's always a pre-warning, you see the clouds build up and the wind starts to pick up. And that gives you the chance to quickly find a place to get in, duck in, tie yourself down, and let it pass. They're like 90% happen at night when it gets. They're not really a daytime thing, because by the time they come in, the rain never even has a chance to hit the ground before it dries up. So those that come during the day, you just see these clouds, you just go, it's a bit windy, and that's about it. It doesn't even come and hit you. It dries right up.
Okay.
Yeah, the temperatures here, like I said, I looked up, they go anywhere from 120 to 180 degrees daily.
Yeah, they looked at me like.
And they drop to the 30s
like,
at night.
Sausage? You normally just do pepperoni or cheese. One of them was like that. I was like, but they were, oh, you can just grill the sausage. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm from this. I don't know the basically standard of slices, either pepperoni or cheese.
Yeah,
So I was like, down south, they don't, pretty much you don't get just by the slice. Heck, we have a place called Cece's. I know it's in several states. I know one of them is Texas. It was a big thing that they actually serve just regular pizzas. Normally they just have buffet pizza places. So it's like, oh wow, you can pick up a pizza.
yeah, most
from
places
CC.
here you go to these little places, it's cheese
Yeah.
or pepperoni. If you go to Irving, they tend to have different, but not always. Especially breakfast. You got to go get one of their breakfast ones where they'll have a sausage. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you guys keep mentioning Irving. I don't even know where that is.
It's right up the road.
Is it the gas station that on the end of Elm Street?
No.
No.
That's Crowley's.
Oh,
And that's Crowley's. Yeah, it's
Up
up at 11.
well, this place is called Crowley's. I thought this.
Yeah. The gas station right here is Crowley's. Across the street is the Greek Pizza.
Right. So you keep saying Crowley's. I keep thinking you meant that gas station.
Yeah, it's the name of it, Crowley's.
Crowley's is the gas station down here.
Right, but the pizza place isn't called Crowley's, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's Greek Pizza.
That's South Main Pizza.
Ooh. Whew. So, decided to start instead of paying for the trash to get picked up to take it to the top, saving us about $50 a month. Because, man, for not working, it's worse. And well, the settlement money is basically gone. That's more about it. So you occasionally still like her really good friend, the one that came up and they had a little vacation, kind of like a hey, you need a vacation. You're getting divorced. Her friend, but she's commissioned some artwork from Amanda. So Amanda, and then the Hispanic ones are at the gallery in Miami right now. So hopefully those sell. Especially considering that shipping cost to get it down so quickly. There was last minute notice.
Expensive.
Oh yeah.
Overnight shipping sucks.
Oh.
Right. Morning after the rainstorm.
Morning after the rainstorm. Oh, there it is. Hot as always, time to go prospecting. Careers or interests. There it is. I knew I wrote it down. Careers, geology, interest. Can't think of any. When I wrote it, can't think of any.
But lost that.
Yep.
Caches. All right. So
It's bad when you're old handwriting, it looks like a stranger's to you. Like, man, that's actually not bad for me.
all right. So
You make a decision. It's your first day. There's 2 players.
radios work.
Yeah, everything normal works. The real challenge is the fact that it's flats and then these mountains and there's no satellites, there's no GPS. It's more of the not getting lost. And the weather, of course.
Well, I do have an electric compass as far as not getting lost. Granted, how much is that going to help
I
someone?
don't know. Try it and see. You have one.
I have one.
Okay. You want to use it?
Sure.
You open it up and it just goes.
And then I turn around in a circle, and which way does it turn?
It doesn't. No. Ron.
Oh, wait.
It stays pointed basically. If it's pointed at like east southeast, no matter which way you turn it, it's still pointing east southeast.
So it doesn't work.
It never moves.
What a crappy compass.
Your hole does not have a magnetic north.
There's no magnetic field. Period.
Oh.
Not just no magnetic north, no magnetic south,
No magnetic nothing.
yeah.
Any pole would do.
Only if you get a magnet and you put it up to it. Ooh, look, it works.
Up that.
That would be very strong magnet.
So
But like I told you while we're waiting for geology, you need to know and understand rock formation, see what is out of place, etc.
yeah. So
Now, I didn't, just so you
this-
know, I didn't jot down grids because it's assumed that you've got this map and you have this grid area within the grid, so you mark out your grids.
Yep.
So that each day you decide what grid to go to and search until you make the proper. I don't know where it is, but that's how it's going to be.
Right. So now, did you say that career prospector would work too?
That's what you need.
I ain't got that.
Nope. So, but geology. Do you have geology?
Nope. I was horrible in school on it also. I felt like the kids I was like, what the? Did y'all have like an extra class without me? Because y'all are naming these rocks and stuff. And
Is there a bonus for having both of us search the same grid?
Not if he doesn't have a skill. He's just out there going, he doesn't know what he's looking at.
Do
There's
you
no
have the
bonus.
skill?
It's not like D&D. Oh, I'm going to help you. He does not have the skill, period. He has no
Well-
clue what to do.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Yes, you do. You have the geology skill.
No, I don't. I have the book, the
Ah.
prospector, handy dandy prospector, so I can learn how to prospect.
So you
Does the
got
book
this.
have pictures?
It does, but I'm using it.
Well, you could show me the picture of what to look for, and then I actually have an idea.
It's a rock.
Pictures of rocks.
It's pictures of rocks. It's pictures of
Red rocks, green rocks, black rocks, brown rocks.
so it's an unskilled check, but I have my reference.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe we should have that one guy who found that area that we helped clear out come and check for us for a fee.
You mean the guy that just about tried to rob us blind?
Jimmy Jam.
I don't quite remember.
Yeah.
You found out that Jimmy Jam was what's the word I'm trying to think of? Backstab. What's the word?
He was trying to take the find away from his partners.
Yeah. Forget the word, but he wanted it all for himself, and he used you guys to take out his partners, and then he wanted to claim it all for himself or get a bigger piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And after you figured out he's already got paid, and oh crap, and then he boogied off.
No, he tried to take a portion of.
Right. Once you figured out what he was doing, because you read between the lines, he wanted a portion of all these other things.
Yep.
And he couldn't, and he boogied. He got the hell out of Dodge.
Did y'all have a session without me?
No, it was
My
last week.
last memory was
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
We have the contract with him, and he does the work
And he
and gives us our portion.
of what was inside. We gave him we paid him his portion of what was inside. And then he said, I want also this.
Yeah, he tried to come out and claim everything else you did when he was very specific, everything inside.
Okay.
See, he was playing the win-win. If you won, he won. If you lost, he won. Because his partners would claim all the salvages of your people, and he would laugh. And either way, he won.
Yeah.
But then he tried to really push it, and that's when he said, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's what I call squad. I
Yeah.
call the infantry up. Granted, there were only 4 of them.
Yeah, but there's only one of him.
Yep.
Okay.
Then he grumbled and mumbled and
Escort him off this property.
and then he hopped in his hover jeep and boogied. And those things are fast. They're 12,
That's
15.
because we let him go.
Yeah.
I could have easily just said nope. And
Well, I did have to cut it off a little bit early. Maybe that happened.
That might.
It's
be-
possible,
after I
but
left.
but that happened.
Okay.
And since then, you've moved on to where you're supposed to be.
Okay.
This is where you're supposed to be. You weren't here, but a big old storm came through. Again, like I told Steve, I wrote that just as so you have an understanding of how the planet works. So this one storm came through. Next morning you wake up, it's like there was never a storm. Everything's all dry and just as hot and miserable as it was. And now you start to try and find where this Montanana guy said he knows where things are. You're in a small cave system. There's 3 rooms here.
Okay.
They're completely stripped out. And that's why he's saying he knows there's more. And that's a case of reading between the lines. He must have gotten some paperwork here that said there was more. He just doesn't know where.
Bless you.
You scared it. You said it too soon.
Really?
Yeah, you have to wait for the second one for the bless you. Now you got blessed, and the other one said, okay, I got blessed. I'm done.
There you go. And
So, but yeah.
So basically this check for the grid.
Oh, hey, Steve, just so you know, I'm just looking. It is showing that it's charging up now. Maybe it needed to use up some. Plus, I'm using the one you got me.
Good.
So that's good. Of course, I have it directly connected to. What I hate is
Yeah.
They
Well, I mean,
get hot.
typically it's either the cord is better than another cord or the base part or both.
Yeah, it's still using more than I am because it's at 88% and charging, so it's sucking more power than it's getting. But at least it's
going to extend the life.
going to extend the life. Yeah.
Right.
Which normally, like if you're driving and you plug it into the car, then it's burning as fast as the cord.
Yeah. Well, the other phone I had before I got this one, if I plugged it in and as soon as it went to 99 and started charging, it would stay charged. This new one, it's supposed to be the same exact thing. It just isn't. That's why I'd recommend her. Never get one of these flip phones. They promote them as great, but they're shit.
Yeah. Kara says that too.
Yeah, they're shit.
All right. So, I've got my reference book. So it's an unskilled check, which is at -4, but I've got that supporting skill, which is going to give me +1. So it's a -3 to my check.
And I'm not helping, so no.
There's nothing you can do to help.
Well, I'm gonna say, so no negative. Like a little kid helping.
I'm going to say no, because it's an 8.
That's a no. Day's over.
Yep. Like I said, I'm going to say no. Yeah, it's 11 -3 is 8. All right.
Yeah, I do have it modified by any gear or lack thereof.
Here. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. What kind of gear did you preset to think would help in prospecting?
Actually, the electric compass might. If we somehow struck a mother lode of rich magnetic metal and we held it near the wall. What about the troops?
No, the troops are protecting base.
Okay, next day I just want to see that night no storm.
Okay. Just to let you know, I will be using my Noteputer to keep track of the grids, keep track of where we've done. That way there we're not going over the same territory. Does that help?
It helps you not backtrack, yeah.
I guess grounds doesn't count.
You're not scrounging anything.
But other than that,
And then it's not tracking.
I mean, we do have the. We do have our collapsible spades. Move some surface stuff. I did not pick up any picks.
When you say collapsible blade, are you talking about e-tools, basically?
Basically,
Yeah, they have a pick on the back.
they do. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
One side is the shovel, and then the other side. So it's like this. And
So
you
we do have a
shovel
pick.
and a pick.
So we do have a pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
The military e-tool.
E-tool, yeah. Which is all right. So. All right. So day 2,
Day 2.
we have a total of 17 days, right?
17 days,
And 100 grids.
basically. If you have to go back and come back, that's just a time eater.
25. 31 minus 28.
So you know, your minus is killing you.
The
Really?
What? The what?
It was a 30. Son of a bitch.
It's set super high at a 30, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So it's like, oh, he got it on day 2. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
But, and I do have this written down here. Each day, if you get close, you got an idea of more what you're looking for. So you're -2. I mean, you're -3.
Yep.
Now -2.
Okay.
Okay. It's like you're getting an idea, even after 2. Shit. Oh man, I know this is right. I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm so close.
So the nighttime storm check.
Yep. Nighttime storm check.
Is it D10s?
Nope.
Yeah, D10s. All right. So day 3. Minus 16.
Okay.
So 13.
It doesn't change.
Right.
You just verified that I know
I
what
wouldn't draw-
more of what I'm looking for. And just so you know, it's between 25 and 29, and not quite to 30, it will drop by 1 again.
Okay. All right. So this is day.
This is the 4th day in from your start.
Okay.
I wish I could say that was 20.
That's a 22.
Close.
I got 11, which is actually higher than my first roll.
Oh, that night still hot and dry.
All right. So. No.
Hot and dry.
All right.
Hey, my highest roll, yeah.
You're just shooting stuff in the dark, huh?
Better than me. I'm actually getting a little bit better at 15. That's my highest roll yet.
-4 for unskilled.
Well, each of them were -4, but still my highest roll yet.
All right. So,
Nothing says you can't go out and look and try to get between 25 and 29 if possible.
Yeah,
Because
but
a 10.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you really picked it.
Let's see.
You were at so in the game sense, you got to say, "Oh, I know it's here. I know it's here." Then instead of going right, you went
I
left.
went left.
I told you to take that right at Milwaukee.
I know. 3 + 1 is 4. -2. So basically, I rolled a 2 on that roll.
Oh, boxcars, no.
Great weather, so to speak.
Comparatively speaking,
All
that's
right,
just the opposite. It really skyrocketed to 180, almost 200 degrees.
Hold on.
Ugh.
Nope.
I am
No,
not good at
21.
prospecting. 8. I'm going to buy some new D10s. I cannot roll
Okay.
these.
Storm check.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right. What day is this?
Because I flip pages, so it's 10 days from the time you've been here.
So day
This
10.
will this will be
This-
day 10.
this will be
what you're
day
about to roll, yes.
Nope.
At night.
Thank you.
All right. Day 11.
Hey! My highest roll! Both of them 10s. Oh! 25. 35. 38.
-4.
-4. 34.
And 36.
For whatever reason, you both kind of come this way,
Yeah.
and you link up, and you both go here.
Yeah.
Start
A total of 12 days.
What is it? Is it a cave? Is it a...
It's actually the 28th of February. Basically, it's you'll be starting your fun in March. That night, a little windy. I got a 6 and a 1, so.
Okay.
Oops, I meant to do that.
You
Yeah, well.
explosives?
You and explosives.
I got demolitions +2, bombing +1.
I didn't do that, but I'll just do that for 1, 2, 3, 4,
Is prospecting even a
5,
skill, like an
It
actual?
is.
6, 7, 8, 9,
It's not in the book, but it's a skill.
One day. I forgot to go to my things, but on the seventh day, as you're looking around, you just see what it'd be the atypical. You see a prospector truck down going. You can tell it's just a so beat up truck, all this gear on it, and he's just driving by.
7th day.
It was the seventh day, yeah. I forgot to roll, so the seventh day you just saw this guy.
It's just a truck.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 10 chance if it's mech or tank unit. Otherwise, it's just a regular prospector, because that's typically what you see.
You have a pencil I can borrow?
A what?
Pencil.
Pencils.
I forgot.
Up there.
That's interesting. Your book.
Yeah,
Tentacle.
that's the dice roller thing. Yeah, right. Goes to show how good I am. The dice roller thing.
I'll get it. That's a dice roller thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
First thing that happened was yeah, it's supposed to land in there, but first thing that happened was my wife, yeah, I keep doing these. She knocked it down and broke it, so I had to glue it together.
Oh.
Thing is, it doesn't work for these big guys that I like to use. It's
yeah.
only for the small one. And this really should have been higher. But I still like it because it's just, magic books. It just looks cool.
Oh, yes, pencil. And one that's sharp.
Okay. What you see as you're looking around and doing your digging and just mucking around, you see this rock area, these formations that are just a little too flat and cracks that are too squared off.
Wow.
And then now that you found it, what to do?
Well, see if
Because
I can find a door.
you're basically on the 28th, so
4 days.
yeah, you don't have a lot of time left before you got to resupply.
Right. But see if we can, before we try to blow something up, what I want to do,
See if we can find a better way in.
see if we can find an entrance, even if it's sealed and locked. That way there we can mark this place, celestially speaking.
Do
And
your
then-
prospecting roll.
Now,
You're looking around this to get a feel of it and see if there's the side doors or anything like that.
is it
You can tell this is
it
a big.
prospecting, or is it something else?
You're still prospecting because you're still trying to get the formations, the geology, because you're still looking at the various formations. No, you spend a day looking, you find nothing. It's the 1st of March.
Let him do his roll wrong.
Mm-hmm. I'm so used to you.
5 and 9. 14.
No.
-4. 10.
Oh, yes. Sorry. 10.
It's unskilled.
1st of March, as far as you can tell, that's it.
As far as you can tell.
Well, yeah, because you looked around, you didn't see anything. You already
How
know
many
you're
more
not
days?
good at what you do.
Right.
So as far as I can tell, it could be, but I don't know because we suck at this.
I have an idea. Mr. Ron, we have our mechs with us, correct?
Yeah. You brought them.
Yep. I'm going to use sensors because some of these sensors, like thermals, like
Infrared.
Thermals.
Okay. Yes.
And
I guess thermal would be
the-
infrared.
yes. There's density. Density meters.
Just tell me what you're going to do.
I want to see if there is a void behind this wall.
Yeah, that's a freebie. You realize what it is? It's a freaking door.
Sensor ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to use. Oh,
You go in and then there's a void beyond it.
okay. I'm assuming that.
I have a +3 sensor ops.
There we go. Trying to find a computer jack, a computer plug-in.
Where?
Sometimes they've got little hidden recesses behind.
Roll.
Right, perception.
Yeah, I'll go with that. This won't take all day. You're looking at this area.
27.
No.
Okay. See if I.
You rolled high enough. What you do find is you're looking around, you see there is a recess, and you remove this stone, and what used to be wiring and everything in there has been torn out. It was 100% sealed. See where it was, but there's nothing there. You can tell, like a socket. You can tell there was a socket here.
Okay.
It's empty. There's no wire. There's nothing.
No wire or anything.
Nothing. It's just an empty hole that used to have. For those who would come in there, punch in their proper key and open it all up, this thing was sealed, locked, made sure it was hidden, and so nobody else would ever get there. They tore all of this out and blocked it too.
So we're gonna have to force our way in.
You're going to have to force your way in.
How many days do we have left?
You are tracking it. You have been here 12 days.
So if we trace the door, is there?
We know we yes. Yeah.
I mean, could we?
So we have 5 days before we have to.
You got 5 days before you need to go resupply and come back. The good thing about that is, yeah, it's 6 days there, 6 days back. You know, you lose 12 days, but it's a direct, and then you know exactly where to go to continue on.
Do our mechs have lasers?
If you have a laser,
We're not gonna. We have 5 days before we have to get back.
you have 5 days before you have to leave.
Before we do anything rash, my enlisted friend.
Hey, look at me, I'm an outfit. Yes.
Yes, it's already down to 80%, so it's
Yeah.
charging, but it's not.
Not charging enough.
Yeah.
All right. We have to. How big was the void behind it? Behind the door.
It's a deep void.
You
It's
may
a
want
deep. It's a big void.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but you'll know. It's a void.
to keep like mine. I keep mine on medium power saving mode.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying that might help, but some. I don't know.
You have this. Hello, the questionnaire. You do horses? Questionnaire. Isn't that what a questionarian is? It's a
Equestrian.
Yeah, the
equestrian. I can't pronounce it.
Equestrian.
Yeah,
team. Yes.
Yes.
it's a horse guy.
Horses. That's horses.
Horses.
Yes.
Yes. So what we want to do is if we break our way in
Yes.
right now, we have 5 days. We've got just a couple of trucks here. That's it.
Do we have a crowbar?
Yeah, but
I don't think I have a crowbar.
Go ahead, take your crowbar up to that door and see what you
Be
get.
my guest. But here's
Have fun.
here's the thing: do we have enough carry capacity to take what's in there out?
Not even knowing what's in there.
Right. So we have 5 days. We can break in. We could right now. We could break in and take what we can get, and hope somebody doesn't take off with what's left. Or we can go back, buy a couple more trucks, and come back out.
Have you had a truck before?
We have 2. But
Okay, so
but here's the thing.
are we in the cave?
No.
No.
Okay,
You're looking at this big rock wall.
Okay, well, I mean, I know we're looking at rock wall. I thought I remember
We
you said
have,
there was
we have
like
a
3.
cave.
Yeah, that's where you're camped. The
Oh,
original cave that Montanana found.
Oh, okay.
That was where he told you the start point
okay.
is. You go to this spot,
That's
set
a
up,
camp.
and from there you start searching.
Okay.
Yes. Now we have 2 trucks,
Oh.
some of which is occupied by stuff from our last find. We don't have 2 empty trucks.
Okay.
We need to go back,
Okay.
get empty.
Well, then, and also, we would be able to open the door right now.
We could, but why would we want to?
But my point was, if we couldn't, then maybe we should figure out what we would need to open the door. So then, when we come back, we make sure we have it, so that we're not getting those trucks. We come back and like, oopsie, we can't even open it.
We can open it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Swift kick from a mech.
Also, is there a way to check for if it's booby trapped?
I wasn't able to determine. Nothing blew up on us when we were putzing around with it, but that's a good point.
Yeah, what you found, what got your attention was you're looking, and you just saw this is way too normal.
Yeah.
And you didn't do anything with it. You just, this is way too.
Regular. Yeah.
And then you said, well, see if there's a control panel. And that's when you rolled high enough, and you realized there used to be a control panel. So you've done nothing since. Saw it, okay, cool. Oh shit, there was a control panel.
But not
and you're
even
pretty much
wiring to connect a computer.
yeah.
to.
Now you're just looking at this, and recognizing it. You can see the solid cracks. But if you move your eye, you blink wrong. It's like they're gone. But then okay, I know what I'm looking for, and you can see it. So you know exactly where you are and what you're looking at. But it's hard to see unless you know what you're looking at.
Yeah. So what we need to do is go back,
Okay.
put our stuff into a warehouse.
I start walking back to the trucks.
Yeah, you can turn around and walk back. It's not like it's secret.
To the trucks.
Well, I mean, to go back to our camp, right? We're going back to our camp.
Yeah. You gonna leave your mech here?
No,
No, he's walking back to the trucks. I don't even.
I don't know.
He's
Trucks
just
are
walking back to camp.
I'm basically, I'm like, I've heard you,
All right.
so I'm getting to the stuff, and basically to the point I can be like, hey, waiting on you.
He starts. He literally starts walking away. Hey, you coming? This is what you said to do. He starts walking. You know, private. Typical boo. What do you mean, sir? You said to go. I goed. I thought it was perfect. It's like, yep.
All right. I head back.
You head back.
Let's see if Liv is available for the following month.
Hire me when you need a guide. You know where you are now.
Well, yeah. Okay. We don't need to hire her to come back here then.
No.
Thank you.
That's what I have to say. You got your numbers and everything. You might get turned away a few hours here and there. You might add a day to your trip, but you know where you're going.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because you asked her, do you have the coordinates? Do you have this? You have that? And it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
So once you have it, yeah, you're a little rusty and you might get turned around a little bit, but you know where you're going now.
All right.
And also, if you want to keep it, just so you know, and you know this as an officer, and you know that if you decide to leave now, you only need 6 days of supplies, and you take all the rest of those supplies and leave them with the infantry, and they can stay here and protect it because you left them enough supplies.
Speaking of next month,
And for emergency purposes, you can leave them a truck too,
not next month, but
just in case.
Yeah.
next week's the going up to the schools with the kids and stuff. So, and Benjamin's is later in the afternoon than Adeline. So, I think it's like, I don't know. Maybe late or may need to cancel next week. I don't
Next
know.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
send it.
31st.
If
Just
you
let us
cancel
know.
Thursday, we play cards.
Okay. That's with my kids. They got to see it and meet their teachers. They
And just let us know about Friday because Mason dropped.
he did.
He didn't like the idea that you could only have so much gold in villages and towns,
Oh.
and he went over the deep end with it.
Oh. We mostly get all the stuff we can even afford to buy.
First things we do is we replenish our supplies. That's the very
Yeah.
first thing that we do.
And that takes away X amount of.
And I mean, yeah, it's one thing to be, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, it's kind of not everyone's going to have every little city's going to have plate mail. Heck, freaking railroad right here, and I still can't buy it. The distance I got to travel to get some good groceries.
I mean, you had to send away for it, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, some of it, yeah.
But anyway, he's
Yeah.
gone, and that's that
Ah.
because he doesn't like the way I. Well,
Well, and then the bigger items, some of them we request it. You don't get it immediately, but we still request it, and then you eventually get it. So.
no, he was in the impression that it doesn't matter. I can go into a town. They got 1,000 horses. It doesn't matter. They can only absorb 50 gold pieces worth of purchase power before you just destroyed the economy. And no matter how many times you tried to explain that to him, no, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, I explained it
Okay.
a little different. Not destroy the economy.
Well, I'm just trying to keep it simple.
Right. Because he got really detailed. You're not going to destroy the economy. No. But what you are going to do is, yeah, there might be additional horses in the town or in the village, but those are owned and being used. They're not, if you're going to take away, because you want a horse to ride, are you going to take away somebody's horse? You all right?
Yeah, just tripping over myself.
Are you going to take
moving the fan.
Yeah,
farming?
yeah, no,
Yeah, that's their livelihood. They're not going to let it go.
yeah. No matter
If
what
they do,
what
they're going to let
price?
it go. If
or
they
it's going
do,
to be an
it's
exorbitant.
huge.
Yeah, an exorbitant amount. Yeah, you want to pay 100 gold for a horse? Okay.
No, if you want to pay 400 gold for just a riding horse, not a war horse,
Yeah.
get my guess.
Yeah.
You pay enough to the farmer, and he'll get rich and then sell his farm and go to the nearest town and live the life of luxury.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, leave the infantry with the APC and the food.
Yeah. And the cooking utilities and all that, so that's a given. Their packs, they're sleeping, so yeah, they're going to be camping out. But what they'll do is they calculate how many days you should be gone. They'll probably throw in 2 days in case you need to run around do some shopping. How many days you come back? If they don't see you in that time, they leave because now they got no choice.
That's understandable.
So basically like 15 days. If you're not back within 15 days, you ain't coming back.
Right.
And they'll mark that spot and take off, and then they'll do, hey, boom, boom, boom. They'll take advantage of that situation.
All right. So, 6 days back.
Hot.
Let's-
Man, this is cooking the time. It's already down 75%. It's eating it up fast.
Let's get rolling then.
Yeah, I'm in, yeah.
All
We
right.
got 6 days to get back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to roll D10 or want me to?
D10.
It's just 1 in 10 chance.
Go for it.
Well, he knows I roll low.
1d10, not 2d10.
Okay. Oh, now I rolled higher. 8.
Okay, do it again. Day 2.
2.
Day 3.
9.
Day 4.
10.
Day 5.
10.
You get back? We didn't come across any of my randoms.
Any rain?
Let me roll 10 times and find out.
No. Ron, the rain.
1. Almost. It was. I rolled a 2 and a 1, so it was one of those that came rolling in, but it never hit the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No.
All right.
There was a chance thereof, but then it
Okay.
came, but it was high. It never reached the ground.
All right. Now, you need to get a warehouse.
I'll have to figure out a cost. They don't give you everything that you would possibly come across.
Put our stuff in storage.
Yeah. We'll just go with a standard rent of a storage facility because you've got your mechs.
What's the first month still, right?
No.
We're past
No,
the
you're in
first month?
frickin' March. You've been traveling all these days.
Well, I
You
know
got
we've
here in
been traveling.
January. It's now March.
It was 200 for a meg. It was 200 a month.
Yeah, but now you're putting all this other stuff in there. You need a bigger warehouse. So we'll just make it 500 because more stuff.
Okay. Now,
And that'll stay until you come up with a third or fourth mech, something like that. Then you need a bigger one. But this one will hold your 2 mechs. Well, actually your 4 mechs. It
Yep.
is already big before because the other 2 are boxed, they're
Plus
not
the
put
other
together.
stuff,
And then all this other stuff that you got in there.
right.
So just keep an eye of that and just use that as a base.
Okay. So while I'm doing that, could you go ahead and please acquire more food and water, plus a water purification system and collection system. Water collection and purification.
The water collection. So a barrel?
Several.
Okay. How
Okay,
much
all
are
right.
we spending a month? Because
Now, don't worry about. From the group funds, I'll deduct it from the group funds. So I just want you to be able to go out and buy that stuff while I'm taking care of the storage.
okay.
That way, there we don't waste a day.
Okay. Yes.
Ron. So that's
Some of the stuff has no prices.
right. No. But you know, some of the stuff does have prices in the books.
Right, you figure it out.
So for that day, we've got our food and water and
Yeah,
other
you
stuff.
spent the day resupplying. That was your focus for the day,
And
including the warehouse. That only took like an hour. So yeah, here you go, put it all in there. But then you spend the rest of the day supplying, and all those supplies go into the warehouse for you to gather up when you're ready to leave.
right. So, is there anything we need to do? You know what?
Probably buy more
One-
food for those troops too.
Well, that's included in there.
Okay.
Second day is going to be picking up a couple of trucks
Pay for them.
and hiring some drivers.
Pay for them.
Can do. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire squad of truck drivers. Regulars.
You don't need to question me about it. You can hire 10,000 people if that's what you want to do.
No, but
It's your money. You got to calculate it. She charged you, what was it, 100 a day?
yeah. No.
Yeah. Drivers are 50 a day, half. They're different. She charged 100 a day, and she had this group that you paid for. They're specialists in their field. You're just hiring drivers.
Correct. Okay. So yeah, because we have other vehicles out there, because she took her people back. And I
Right.
need to replace those.
She took her people back.
So that's why I need to hire more than just.
Chop the money.
Yep. So next day.
Yep, I've marked it. You're 8 days into March already.
6, and we spent what? That's 2
You spent 3 days here.
days.
No, you decided the first day was setting everything up. Then you did your second day, I forget what it was, but you said specifically, I'm going to spend this hiring people and buying a truck.
Right, that's day 2.
What you do on day one was setting up.
Day 1 was was buying supplies and getting the
Okay,
warehouse.
I don't care. Just somehow you said this day I'm going to spend, and I just marked it.
No.
It's easy enough to draft. We're good. Don't worry about it.
and then
It's just a time frame. I'm just clocking the time for the years. That's all.
head out day 3 so we can get there by 14.
Okay. I'm going to do this first. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to see.
Okay.
There was a little wind on one day, but that's it.
Okay.
Okay. 6 times, 1 in 10 chance.
Nope. 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 Although close, that was a 2.
That means you saw somebody further out, but you weren't close.
So
Okay, so again,
get back.
yeah, 13 days into March already. That's how quick it goes. Especially if there's no one count there, there's nothing to do. You're just driving along.
Mm-hmm.
And laser now.
So you get back to your camp, settle in a little bit. I'm going to add a day because you get that, and your travel log. You want a day of zone out. Anybody and everybody knows that. So that first thing in the next morning, you go out to the site, and it's like, okay, now what?
See if what we can do with using mechs.
You just tell me what you're going to do. You just that's it. I don't know what that means. You go up there with whatever equipment you want and tell me what you want to do.
What is my mech at? It's a thorn, right? Close it. I think it has medium laser.
The Locust has
Oops.
2 medium lasers.
Yes, but I believe my thorn has one in the hand. Has it in the hand or in the arm?
Location, center torso. Yeah, the medium. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Left arm, right arm is my machine guns. Well, do mechs have hands?
Yours does not.
Okay.
Yours doesn't even have arms.
Because my thinking is, if the mech has fingers,
It doesn't.
or does yours? Because you said in your hand.
Yeah, I believe mine has a hand.
Because how big are that doorway edge? I mean, basically, can the mech get
No.
his fingers in there and
No.
climb the door? Okay.
No.
No, let's put it this way. If a mech could get its fingers inside, we could pretty much fit. We could
Okay.
slide ourselves. It's
Okay.
very. We couldn't even get our human fingers in the crack.
Okay.
That's how well fit they are. However,
That was what I was trying to get at. Yeah.
what I'm considering is using.
Your left arm has medium laser hand actuator.
Okay.
Your left arm.
Okay. And
The right is almost like a locus. It's that thing.
Okay. So I want to use medium laser by basically adjusting the power settings.
You're going to cut. I got a handle on it.
Okay.
Start cutting. Roll dice.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
Roll your mech gunnery skill with any bonuses you might have if you are specialized with the laser.
Taking the mech field twice.
Woohoo! 9.
You start cutting. As you start cutting, it cracks and splits, and all these rocks, I think, are tumbling down and seals it up.
Now we gotta explode it.
Now that you found it, what to do? Engineering and demolitions a must. Period.
Demolitions, yep.
Engineering to learn proper placement of the explosives, and demolitions to properly place them and blow it up.
So,
Anything else you do that is high energy, it just tumbles down in, and it's still there, but now you have to do it the hard way. You got to dig it out. And these aren't rocks.
They're boulders.
It's a cave in. They're boulders.
So
Fail. Harder to dig out. Not impossible. Just harder.
do we have explosives?
So, no, you brought nothing for demolitions or excavating. You got no excavating gear. You don't have an excavating vehicle. You don't have a dump truck.
Don't need a dump truck.
I'm just saying, you don't have certain items.
We could create an
Now,
explosive with the machine gun.
You rolled a
bullets,
9.
the gunpowder.
Fail. Each point failed is a dig day. You added 11 days to dig with digging equipment. You rolled a 9.
So regardless of what I-
regardless.
So I added 11 days
I set it at 20. You rolled a 9. 10, 11, 12,
on
13,
2d6.
That's what you just said.
On 2d6.
You're supposed to be using D20s, D10s.
No, you said.
I said your mech. We're not doing
All right.
Mechwarrior. We're doing your battle tech.
Oh.
Okay, this isn't a Mechwarrior fight. This is your specific skill set.
Can I roll?
Absolutely, I thought that's what you did. No, that's
No.
why I said this isn't a Mechwarrior fight. You're not shooting a Mechwarrior thing. You're using
No,
your
I-
actual skill to do something different. Yes.
Okay,
So
so
D20s.
I used the wrong dice. I'm
Not a
not going to
problem.
change my action.
Right. But you might succeed or you might cut down the days, obviously.
I did not succeed.
But I'm sure you cut down the days.
I rolled a 16.
So you only added 4 days versus 20.
That was versus 11. But
Whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you understood. You're not. This isn't a mech fight. Yeah.
No, I just dropped it. You said gunner. It's like, okay, I just picked up 2d6.
Right.
Base 20. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
It base 20 using
Right,
your
but
D10s
it-
because you're doing
they
something.
don't equal 20 with just 2. Heck, or 3.
I know.
Well, it is. You're cutting, and how you cut. You're quickly, and all these come to, oh, crap.
All right.
But you do not have the equipment.
No, and excavating equipment and demolitions, and we need to hire.
Well, now you don't need demolitions. You need excavating equipment.
okay.
if you
And
had
an
e-
engineer,
Not anymore.
not anymore. Okay.
You made it hard. In other words, if you had the engineer and the demolitions, boom, you go in. You started to cut, it just caved in on itself. The area of the game thing isn't so much I'm doing these things as much as it just adds time in a harsh
So we would have needed
area.
engineering anyways, not just demo.
Right. You needed engineering to know where to place
I
them.
have demo.
Yeah,
I don't
Right,
know.
one
we know how
person-
to use it.
Yeah.
One person with the engineering goes, okay, this is where we need to put it on these rocks. And the demolition guy double checks and says, yeah, we need to put it here, and then you blow it.
Yeah.
Because this isn't like taking
You're not
down
the
a
only one
building.
with demolitions, by the way.
Yes.
You're not the only special forces. You're not the only special ed here, okay?
Man, 66%. Wow. It's just gobbling it.
Well, you're playing some huge ass game in there.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, you're just recording.
Yeah. So,
We still have.
not what I'm going to do here because of this. I'm going to cut the live feed early because it's dying too fast. So I'm going to go and try to go with, see if just recording doesn't eat it as fast. We'll see. So those of you here, thank you for being here. But I definitely have a
Technical
camera or cell phone issue. Pain in the butt. It should be charging, but it's not charging fast enough. So this thing's going to die quick. Hey, thanks. Thanks, guys. Boom. Okay.